Hello, friends, and happy Taurus New Moon. I've got a wonderful pick a card reading for you guys today. And because the Taurus New Moon cycle encompasses May 1st, which is also Beltane, we have some fairy energy to choose from today. But so it's not a pick a card, it's a pick a cards or pick cards reading. Each of these piles has 3 cards to choose from. So pile number 1 has this fairy here, the Master Maker, and he is also coming with the Scientist Rose and Poppy. So if you feel drawn to these 3, then you will find your timestamp for group number 1 in the description box below. And group number 2 has, oh, I can't remember his name because it's hard to read on here. His name is Mickle. So if you're attracted to this mischievous looking dude here, he comes with the Seeker Rose and Milk Thistle. So if you feel drawn to these 3 images here, this is group number 2. And last but not least, if you feel drawn to, I don't remember her name too, Tabaria of the Water. And she comes with the Hero Rose and Hibiscus. So if you feel drawn to these 3 images, then this is for group number 3. So I'll give you a few moments to choose your cards. And again, you can find those timestamps in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to see you on the other side of the looking glass again sometime soon. Happy New Moon. Hello, group 1. If you chose the Master Maker fairy card here with the Scientist Rose and Poppy, then this is your reading for the new moon in Taurus for 2025. So immediately, like this whole reading is like creativity. And I think that this can be like actual like making something, like crafting something, creating a piece of art, or it could be, I'm getting like a lot of cooking vibes, like maybe baking or like preparing meals for people. And but this could be any form of creativity, like writing, music, singing, dancing, anything that you are creating, making with your body. um, so all 3 of these cards are talking about, so the Master Maker is really kind of has this energy, like I was feeling a lot of Bridget vibes, which we talk a lot about Bridget for Imbolc and the very beginnings and awakening of spring, but really the entirety of spring is her whole season, and even into Beltane is also a fire festival that can celebrate Bridget, but Bridget is really skillful, and she's a craftsman, and she's the goddess of the forge and creating things, skill, craftsmanship. The the fairy standing on here is in the same position as the magician. So we're also talking about magician vibes and manifestation and having all of the tools that you need to create the thing that you need to create. With this dream card, we're talking about like bringing your dreams into reality. And like you are the magician, you're the manifester. Let this moon let this moon be your muse. Let it inspire you to create and build. Bring your dreams to reality. This is a very abundant moon for you. Like I feel like you having all the resources that you need, the tools that you need. Like I was feeling so much abundance and positivity and prosperity and just feeling inspired and that having that spark and need and inspiration to create something. And needing to use this moon to get the things out of your head and put them into reality. Even if just for the new moon, you sit and you get quiet and you meditate and you write your dreams down, write a plan for whatever it is that you're going to create, getting these ideas out of your head and into the reality, because Taurus is an earth sign and it's about bringing the physical, tangible things that we need in reality. Taurus energy can help us have a comfortable and cozy space from which to create, but it can also help us attract the resources that we need to get the tools or the financing and the backing and the support that you need to create this thing and manifest it into reality. You're being asked to be your own muse. When I look at this card, I was like, is he the master maker, or are they the master maker? Or like who is who? Is it your higher self that is putting these ideas into your head and then this is the one that's creating it? Or is it like who's in control here? Your higher self, the muse within, or is the creativity just working through you? So there's this very much channeling aspect to creativity, or to the creativity in this reading, of just allowing yourself to be open and receiving the inspiration that you need to create something, because I feel like there's been something that has been holding you back from creating this. So some of the work that you have to do on this new moon is also about overcoming those obstacles. And um I think that like maybe your idea is like very unique and different, and you're feeling like it's like you have to dim yourself down, dull yourself down, or mimic whatever other creators are putting out there just so that it like appeals to the masses. But so I feel like there's a lot of self-doubt here. You've been watering yourself down, diminishing yourself because you feel like you just have to do what everybody else is doing in order to put this thing out into the world. I feel like you're with this reversed hanged man. The hanged man upright is about changing your perspective. But when it's I was getting kind of a message that's not like the reversed hanged man is kind of about like lack of focus, not being able to pay attention, missing the signs and symbols, which by the way, we have 22 and 11 here. So these are like, I feel like you have been pushed to do this thing. You've seen the signs and symbols and you've recognized them, but you kind of haven't really acted on them. 41 is also a significant number for me. So there's you've been feeling the push and the need to do this, but like you feel like you're too weird. You feel like look at this. She's too weird. she's Her hair's sticking straight up and like I don't know. You feel like I don't know if there's like some of you that are like needing to create stuff on social media or whatever, and there's like this formula that you feel like you have to follow, but like you need to be your own unique weird self and do the thing. I also feel like there's some poverty consciousness or scarcity consciousness, like lack of feeling like you have lack of funds, lack of support, lack of foundation. And so some of the work that you need to do is is to get, get rid of this negative self-talk. First of all, acknowledge like the things that you're saying to yourself subconsciously, those intrusive thoughts that like come through annoyingly and like when you're feeling like inspired to create and then you're like, yeah, but nobody's gonna nobody's gonna like this, nobody's gonna want this, nobody's gonna pay for this, nobody's and and just sometimes that like when I'm creating, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep this to myself and not show it to anybody. But for those of you that chose this group, like there is a need for whatever it is that you're creating, whether that's a piece of art, whether it's a story, written word, whether it's music, whether it's, I'm getting a lot of food vibes, like creating food, uh, selling, I don't know, like baking. I'm getting some, and even this made me feel like the movie Ratatouille with the, the little person standing on their head. So I was getting some like culinary vibes with as well. But I think creativity can be a myriad of things. And, this can be like creating the life that you want. Like we are all creators and we are all here to create a human existence on this planet. So the work that you have to do on this new moon is releasing self-doubt and scarcity mindset and paying attention to the negative talk and kind of trying to flip that script. You're being spiritually guided to create something, whether this is a piece of art, written or spoken word, music, or some sort of healing service. The world needs you to create it. Put your work out there. Whatever has been holding you back, release it, let go. Don't listen to the haters. I feel like you've kept yourself closed. And what was really jumping out at me about the flowers that we have here, like look how different this, like wild roses look so different than your typical garden rose. The petals are very like closed and contained, whereas wild roses look more like fruit flowers that are like apple flowers look very very similar to this. All the petals are open so you can see the center, you can see the core, you can see the heart of the flower, and poppies look very very similar to this as well. So the imagery of these two flowers that you chose here have this openness to them versus the contained closed garden rose that's within a specific parameter, has these boundaries and has these restrictions within a garden. Wild roses just grow everywhere, and they're actually more kind of like vine like because they spread and they grow, but the flowers themselves are like very open. So I'm seeing you opening up and allowing yourself to receive this muse, receive this creative energy, and channel it into some sort of creative project, which again can be a myriad of things because this is a collective reading. It could be a lot of different things. So I feel like you've kept yourself closed and diminished your light to stay hidden or under the radar. And maybe if this is a social media thing, like maybe that made you feel comfortable enough to just practice and like practice your work and get used to putting it out there, but you're kind of like, oh, I really hope nobody sees this because I don't want to know what people think about it. But we need to like let go of those thoughts and shine your light brighter and get yourself on the radar. Like the work that you are creating is something that is needed in the world. So open up like a wild rose and be free. Let the creativity flow through you and the muse within to emerge. Our other cards here are creature of air. Oh, the other thing I want to say about the tarot cards here is they're all reversed. So this is like blocked energy. This is diminished energy. This is upside down energy. So we need to flip this over. We want to have prosperity mindset. We want to be the king of pentacles, and you know that abundance and prosperity is coming to us, which is very much Taurus energy. Like Taurus is very comfortable, cozy, stable, and they're financially supported and abundant. Um, we want to flip the hanged man because we want to hang upside down and we want to be weird and we want to let our freak flag fly. We want things to be fair and balanced and just, especially in like the way that we're communicating to ourselves and not just like I'm getting the message of like using the words that you would use for somebody else. Like if you were talking to a friend, if you were trying to say like, "Oh, I love your art," like you should really put that out there. Talk to yourself like that. And we want to get rid of the self-doubt. We want to have the strength and the courage and the inspiration to continue to create and to put our work out there. So with these tarot cards being upside down, there's a lot of like things that we need to release around this new moon so that we can bring more things in. Okay, so the other cards that we have are the creatures of air and speed. This is what I was seeing with this card. So this is a Knight of Swords inspired card. But what I'm seeing is like all of these ideas floating around, and maybe it might be feeling kind of overwhelming. You're like, which one do I work on? And I think it's because like you've been blocking this energy for so long that like all of these ideas are just floating and they need to be channeled. You need to have an outlet for all of these ideas. We also have the Wisdom Keeper, and I felt called to read the message for this card, and its keyword is mastery, which we have the master. So this is about like perfecting some sort of craft, honing your skills, and really putting your best work out there. We also have family relationships, attune heart to heart. So Taurus energy is ruled by Venus, so it's very heart-centered, grounded energy. But the message that I was getting with this family card is maybe that like I was feeling like the self-doubt, especially because it's right on this reverse strength card here. The self-doubt might be what not even your words. It might be like, a sibling or a parent that like, oh, artists can't survive. Like there's some negative self-talk that I think came from a family member. So and the reason I say that is because sometimes when we identify these negative thoughts and realize that they're not ours, they're easier to dismiss. We're like, oh, that wasn't even me that said that. That was somebody else. And like, so we're like detaching ourselves from that energy. So it's time to deepen into the fullness of the medicine that you bring. You are being called to find a mentor, teacher, or guide that will help you to master your art. Spirit encourages you to find someone who is able to clearly see your power, someone who celebrates the natural gifts that you carry and is here to help you attune them with more precision. Guidance can come in many forms, and the Wisdom Keeper Guidance comes in many forms, and the Wisdom Keeper meant to assist you at this time may not be who or what you expected. I'm also feeling like this Wisdom Keeper can be, your higher self, your spirit guides. There is some spirit connection. This might not be a like physical mentor, but I think, of course, for some of you it could be. Sometimes we miss the path we were meant to take because we are too rigid or attached to what learning, quote unquote, should look like. Release all of that now and trust when your heart feels lit up and your soul feels a deep connection. The deepest growth happens when we allow ourselves to be teachable, seeing ourselves as a student of life. We all have more to learn as we are evolving until our last days here. Now is a time for refinement and advancement of your gifts in the world. Open yourself up to the aligned guide coming your way, as it has always been divinely planned by the cosmos. So this card has a very similar message to the Master Maker card in the sense that you're perfecting this skill, perfecting this craft, and doing the work and and having the dedication to creating this thing. So, group one, set your intentions around dedicating time and space to this craft, whatever it might be, whether that's creating a physical space from which to create, whether that's dedicating a specific time every week. But we're also needing to do this work group one that is releasing this negative self-talk and this self-doubt, and maybe using positive affirmations to inspire and encourage you and to keep that, like put a positive affirmation. What is the affirmation on this card is, I am ready to learn and deepen into my wisdom, keeping self. A higher level of guidance comes to me with ease. Putting some sort of positive affirmation that inspires you, something that you're seeing regularly, seeing every day, maybe putting it on your desk, your bathroom mirror, and so that you're continually reminded of these things. And doing something very physical, like writing your dream down onto the paper. There's something that really needs to happen with those of you that chose this group of bringing the dream into the reality, bringing the untangible into the tangible, and allowing yourself to feel open and free to create. You are free, you are allowed, you are worthy of the resources that you need to do these things, and the world needs you to create. So thank you so much, group one. If you chose this pile, please let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. If you are interested in a personal or private reading, please check those out on my website, priestessofwonderland.com. Hello, group two. If you chose the Mickle, Mickle of Muckle fairy, along with the Seeker Rose and Milk Thistle, then this is your reading for the Taurus New Moon. And I have to be have to be honest, the the energy of this reading is kind of intense. I kind of felt myself getting really anxious and overwhelmed and like just kind of grumpy in general. And I feel like those of you that chose this group need to release, use this new moon to release negative energy, release unworthiness. It just feels like there's negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative ideas, other people's energy that's not yours, like just hanging out in your energetic field. And it feels very like bogged down and heavy and just like irritating and uncomfortable. And this is a Taurus new moon. Taurus wants to be comfortable. So, for those of you that chose this group, there's this need to rid your energetic field of things that don't serve you. But also, this is very physical too. Like Taurus is earth energy and deals with the physical, tangible things, the things that we can touch. And our body is a big part of that. Like our body, our meat suit is literally the vessel from which our soul is able to inhabit in this physical 3D world. And energetically, you need to cleanse, but also physically as well, whether that is some sort of diet change or exercise, some sort of movement. And this doesn't have to be boring exercise kind of movement. This is like fun and playful energy too. Like needing to lighten up physically and lighten up energetically, have fun. Like, look at this silly, goofy fairy. Like, he just wants to play and have fun. And I feel like for those of you that chose this group, maybe the beginning of this year has been really intense and you've had a lot going on. Maybe you had a lot of fires going during all this Aries fire wild eclipse season. And now you need to like um, I don't know. It's almost like we had this opportunity with the Aries eclipse and Aries season to burn a lot of things away, and I feel like there's just a lot of stuck energy with you guys. Like you didn't burn it away. Like you held on, like maybe you let it burn, but you're holding on to the ashes, and like they're holding that energy, and you need to like let them go and let them compost. And this is springtime. We want to reuse those nutrients for good and better things, not to stew and fester with old negative things. When we look at your tarot cards, we have the Two of Pentacles, which tells me like you have a lot going on, but you are managing it, and maybe I don't know, maybe that's why you feel like the need to continue like having all of these fires going, like having all of these different things going on in your life, because I don't know, maybe you just thrive on on multitasking or having a lot going on, or but there you're not happy. Like with the reverse 9 of cups here and the reverse Knight of Cups. This is my keyword for the reverse Knight of Cups is grumpy bear. Like there's just this negative grumpy energy hanging around you. I don't know if maybe it's a person or like you're taking on someone else's energy. For sure with the reversed Empress, like you're taking care of everybody else and you're not taking care of yourself. And so I feel like you're maybe you have a chronic illness, maybe you have some undiagnosed illness. There's something physically going on with you, but it's energetically connected because it's just I don't know, you're like holding on to this energy that's not yours, holding on to negative emotions, resentment, and like we need to let that go. Now, I think for some of you, like maybe this is what you were dealing with during eclipse season and you did work through all of that and you're letting it go. But for some of you, it's just like we need to clear this energy away. And I think that that is really going to, with this Taurus new moon, be something physical, like dancing, playing, going outside, gardening, doing something physical that you enjoy. If you enjoy exercise, that's fine and dandy, do that too. But like, there needs to be this play and this lightening and this like uninhibited joy and just allowing yourself to maybe it's like watch a funny movie and laugh and like laugh so hard that like your belly hurts, but like you're physically like moving your body when you're laughing. There needs to be this like letting go. I'm gonna light some incense actually. Do I have lighter? Yes. We need to clear this energy away. Clear, clear, clear. Maybe like maybe fire is not your way. Maybe burning things is not your way to release. Maybe how fire manifests for you is through creativity, like processing it creatively, getting your emotions out creatively. Maybe it's the air element is more your thing and you need to do like a big smoke cleanse of your entire house, your entire energetic field. I just got the image like we just passed Easter, and maybe try an egg cleanse if you haven't tried that before. Um, Real quick, basic egg cleanse is you take a raw egg and you wave it through your entire energetic field, all over your body, head to toe, every inch of your body. You run the egg through your energetic field, head to toe, front and back, and then you crack the egg in a glass of water. And the idea is that the egg absorbs any residual energy and like you're cleansing it in the water. And you can also divine like maybe what was going on with you with through looking at the egg in the water. But anyways, there's like whew, We need to cleanse, clear, and release. So milk thistle is I'm really surprised that in the guidebook, this doesn't say anything about the liver, which is so crazy to me because milk thistle is excellent at cleansing and regenerating the liver. It is in almost any and every liver tonic I've ever seen. And your liver's job is to eliminate toxins from from your physical body. And milk thistle, the plant itself has like these spikes on it. It's this very like if you walk through the woods and you scratch up against some milk thistle, like it'll hurt. It has these thorns. It's very itchy, irritating kind of energy, and that's like the energy that this reading holds. And don't run away from this reading. I mean, like we experience negative things in life, and we experience these irritants so that we make changes, so that we do something different. Like this isn't working for us anymore. We need to do something different. Like this is I mean, I'm sure that like you enjoy taking care of everybody else, but man, you need to take care of yourself. You need to love and nurture yourself. You need to do both of these things. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough time. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough energy, especially like if you are in chronic pain and you're not feeling well, like it's hard to do things for yourself because it's just like you're just trying to get through the day as with as little pain as possible. But and I understand, like it's hard to take care of yourself, and it's you also feel like you don't want to burden other people with like, hey, I'm not feeling well today, can you like pick up the slack? But there's something, especially with the reverse Knight of Cups, I was feeling like there was an imbalance in like a relationship dynamic. Like maybe you work 40 hours a week and you come home and you're the only one that cooks and clean or whatever. And the other person, while they also might be working a 40-hour week, like they're not contributing to like the things in the home environment. And they're like the reverse Knight of Cups, it's my grumpy bear, but this can also be someone who's like not contributing in a relationship, not contributing emotionally and physically in a relationship. So this group needs to play. There's a need to rid your energetic field of negative and toxic emotions. Cleanse your energy. Lighten up. When you play, laugh, or dance, you are releasing and relieving your body of these stressors. We have the Patriot card here, which I believe relates to the Emperor card, but the keyword here is unapologetic. And so I feel like this group, maybe there is some sort of guilt around self-care for some reason, like feeling like you need to take care of other people and you don't take care of yourself, and that's just the way it is. And like, I don't know, you feel like you have to apologize for what, if you're not feeling well, you feel like you have to apologize for not like meeting somebody else's standards. We need to let that go. We need to ask this moon to release. Taurus wants to be comfy, cozy, loved, and supported, and you need and deserve that love and nurturing as well. We also have the shawl dancer. There is something with dance to this group. Like put on your favorite song and dance like nobody's watching. And we also have food. Choose locally grown organic produce. So like there is this very much a physicality, and this is a Taurus moon energy of like you need to put nourishing foods in your body. Maybe you're so busy that all you have time for is fast food or heating something up quick in the microwave. Like it's springtime. We have fresh produce available for us. We have fresh produce available to us all year long because we are so lucky in the modern world. But now is the time when everything is the freshest, and your body needs these things. Maybe greens are good for the liver too, cleansing and releasing. Salads are cooling for the summertime. I try to eat a lighter diet in the spring and summer and eat, heavier roots and stews and warm foods in the winter. So maybe trying a seasonal diet would be beneficial for those of you in this group. That's like eating more fresh fruits and fresh vegetables and cold foods like salads or nuts and berries. Like, you don't have to eat like a squirrel, but like introducing some sort of healthier food option. And you don't have to make it difficult. Everybody thinks that healthy food is difficult and doesn't taste good. Just find something that works for you. What works for me is smoothies. I love smoothies and I love salads, and that's how I get my fruits and vegetables for the day. But there also you need to move the energy, move your body to move the energy. So when we dance at a powwow in a circle, we move in a clockwise motion. We start where the sun rises in the eastern doorway, as it represents the beginning of a brand new day. This shawl dancer appears to invite you into a new sacred dance for yourself. Where have you been playing it safe in your life? Where are you following the ways in which society has conditioned you? In what ways are you doing and not being? Sometimes in our lives, we lose connection to our deepest desires. We slide into a rut. Today, this dancer comes dressed in bright, beautiful color to remind you that life is meant to be pleasurable, and it's time to dance it out and shake it up. This dancer is asking you to find your freedom. Let your wild, colorful, and radical self come out. As you dance, feel yourself releasing all the conditioning, oppression, and ways that you have bottled up your true nature. A fresh, new way of being in the world is calling to you. Find your sacred dance, root into pleasure, and see your desires manifest effortlessly before your eyes. The healing affirmation is: I unravel the old ways from my system and twirl into the beauty of a new way. Taurus energy is Venusian. It's ruled by Venus. These are beautiful, bright, vibrant colors that we experience at spring. All of these different fruits and vegetables are so colorful and so beautiful. And again, the pleasure aspect of Taurus is so important. You need to turn this Nine of Cups upside down and let yourself experience pleasure and joy and freedom and laughter and play and music and dance and art and beauty. This year has been intense. The last few years have been really intense, and I think we've really lost our connection to the things that bring us joy and make us happy. Like we've got so much abundance of distractions of movies and TV, and it's so commonplace, but that I think that we don't really enjoy it as much as we used to. Like, we just put it on in the background and watch it to distract ourselves. We scroll on our phone, and we're really like, we're not enjoying. Like, did you enjoy that movie? Do you even remember what happened in it? Like, we're so distracted and we're not really like being present and experiencing things. And for those of you that chose this group, like, I think you're really busy. I think maybe you're not feeling physically or mentally well. And the moon is asking you to allow yourself to experience pleasure, allow yourself to do the things that you need to alleviate your stress and your pain and discomfort, or whether that's mental or physical. And you need to allow yourself to enjoy life, enjoy the little things. Find some little things to be grateful for. Find some little thing that you really enjoy experiencing, and allowing yourself to do it. Find what's your favorite fruit or vegetable and eat that every day just for the pleasure of it, because it's going to nourish your body, and it's going to make you feel good. Finding the thing that helps you clear and release, I think, is going to be really significant for you. Maybe like you've tried grounding meditations and it doesn't really work for you, or maybe you've tried smoke cleansing and doesn't work for you. We're also shifting this. It's either June or July. Saturn is shifting, and this is our boundaries and restrictions, which planet, which also encompasses like our, our barriers, our bubble, our shields that we wear, and that's going to be shifting. We've been in Pisces. Saturn has been in Pisces for the last 2 to 3 years. And water cleansing was really significant during that time. I've found that like I keep little bottles of energy cleanse sprays that I allow myself to spray all over my body. And using water, like when you're washing your hands, imagine that you're releasing any energy that doesn't serve you. And that's been really beneficial the last few years. Whereas before Saturn was in Pisces, it was in Aquarius, which is an air sign, and smoke cleansing was really beneficial. And I've found myself during this time using water for energetic cleansing versus the air. And now Saturn is moving into Aries, which is going to be a whole different way of cleansing energy, a whole different way of having a boundary. So how can you use fire as a boundary or as a way to cleanse and release? But the same thing like we're all different. Like we all feel different. We all cleanse our energy different. We all take on energy differently. So figure out what is it that is causing you to hold on to all of this energy and reminding yourself to release it at the end of the day, because this group really needs to cleanse and release both energetically and physically. Maybe working with milk thistle will be beneficial to some of you, if especially in a physical sense. Oh, and I didn't talk about the seeker. So the seeker rose, I think like you're just needing to find things that make you happy again. Maybe the things that you used to enjoy, you used to really it used to work for you. It used to make you happy. It used to make you laugh. It used to make you feel good. Maybe your favorite song isn't your favorite song anymore. Find a new song, find new things that make you happy, that bring you joy, and allow yourself to do them. That's the most important part. Once you find something that you like, and just I think the exploration and the trying things and trying something new is part of the fun of it for this group. Because I think like the old is not working for you anymore. Maybe you used to be a hustle and bustle kind of person and a go kind of person, and you're noticing, for me personally, like my body, my hormones are changing, like everything has been different the last few years, and I'm having to find like, oh, this doesn't work for me anymore. And I'm having to find new things, but that's kind of like exciting too. I think I was like holding on to the things like this used to work before. I'm gonna try it again, and it's gonna work this time. And it doesn't. It doesn't work. So finding new things is like really important. Trying new foods, seeing what makes you feel good, seeing what music makes you want to move your body, what foods make you feel good, um what entertainment, what books you want to read, what shows you want to consume, what media you want to consume. What are the things that like you want to bring in that light up your heart, that bring you joy, that like maybe you didn't know before? It's about discovering it. And remember, like when we release things, that more things can come in. So the release is important. That's what we do at a new moon or a waning moon and a dark moon. We're releasing so that during the new moon we can call things in. So just by letting go and just by releasing, that will attract and magnetize the things that will bring you joy, the things that will light you up, the things that are meant to keep you on the path, to guide you on your path, and to light your path up. So lots of healing blessings to those of you in this group. I feel you as somebody with chronic pain. I know what it's like to be in pain all the time. I know what it's like to be in pain all the time and not look like you're in pain so that nobody believes you when you are in pain or when you're not feeling good. Like, I relate to you. I see you. I have these negative emotions and grumpy feelings too. We all do. But it's time to let go. It's time to put them down. Don't hold them. Don't hold on to them. Dance like nobody's watching. Post it. Let me know in the comments if you resonated with this reading, and let me know your favorite song to dance to. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like a more private and personal reading and want to discuss more things about this new moon or about this reading, check that out on my website, priestessofwonderland.com. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy new moon. Take care of yourself. Hello, group 3. If you chose this beautiful Tabaria of the Waters fairy card along with the Hero Rose and Hibiscus, then this reading is for you for the Taurus New Moon. So this is the first official moon cycle without any eclipses, and it feels really good. The energy of this group feels so good, especially after group 2 was a little intense. I feel like those of you that chose this group have really done a lot of work, like energetic work, psychic work, spiritual work, psychological work on yourself. Like, I feel like you've done a lot of healing. Maybe eclipse season was really intense for you, but like you really worked with the energy and worked with the lessons and overcame the obstacles. And like, I really feel so good when I tap into the energy of this reading. It feels like, I mean, we have a water card, a water fairy here. Like, it feels like refreshing, like cool water. Like, I feel like cool water running over me on a hot day, or like drinking a really cold beverage on a hot day. It just feels so refreshing and so good. I also was feeling called to thank you for doing the work that you've done and reminding you to acknowledge the work that you've done, reminding you how far you've come. And you are being given permission to just kind of hang out in this energy. I know when we do a lot of work, or um if we feel like we didn't get as much done in our like regular life because we were healing or growing or taking mental health days or whatever, we feel like we need to like catch up. You in this Taurus moon cycle are allowed to just like bask in the glory, allow yourself to experience joy, allow yourself to kind of play around with the things that you've learned. I really feel like a lot of you specifically maybe learn something about your intuition, learn something about your psychic gifts, or learned something about your healing abilities. Because what the hero rose is telling me is like, whatever it is that you learned to heal with yourself is something that you can help others learn to heal, or you are a healer, or even maybe a teacher. Like, you're meant to help others. The hero makes me think that those of you that chose this group are helpers and healers. So just, I mean, I can't get over like how good the energy feels of this reading, especially because group number 2 was really intense. And I think like the things that I feel and experience during these readings are significant to the reading. So I think you probably went through a very intense time, and now it's like you did it, like you released it, you healed it, you like did the thing. And I'm called to like acknowledge that for you, but you need to acknowledge it for yourself. It just feels so refreshing. Like, I want to take a deep breath and I just want to like sit and breathe and just feel good in this moment, because I feel like maybe you haven't been feeling good, or just like you're allowed to feel good. Remind yourself that you're allowed to feel good. I feel the need to thank you. Thank you for the work that you've done both on yourself and the work that you're doing for healing the collective and the work that you're going to be doing for healing the collective. Like, thank you. Thank you. You also need to acknowledge this. Don't ignore your intuition. The work that you have done has unlocked or upgraded some sort of psychic awareness or psychic gifts or healing gifts or spiritual power. There's something significant that has been unlocked, upgraded, downloaded, integrated, healed, connected. Um, your connection to the divine and your most authentic self and your higher self. I see that presented here in this card with like the multiple faces. Like I feel like you have transformed over however long. Maybe it's just been this year, maybe it was just over eclipse season. Like I see this as like your past self, your past selves, and like now you're like more close to your authentic self than you have been. Um, the tarot card that we have here is the Knight of Cups, which I just really feel like, so that like all of the cups deal with emotions and can also represent spirituality, but like the thing about the Knight of Cups is that he can feel his emotions, he can experience his emotions while also taking action, while also continuing to move forward. All of the knights are moving. They're usually, they're knights, they're on a horse. But he's able to like carry his cup, carry his emotions, his spirituality, and move forward without spilling it, without it overflowing, without dropping it, or without emptying it too much. So like you're moving forward. We also have the reverse Three of Cups. I feel like maybe you had to release relationships in your life. Maybe the friends that you thought were your friends aren't your friends anymore. Maybe you're making new friends, but I think you had to kind of like let go of some relationships. We also have the reversed Page of Cups, which, at first when I did this reading, I was like, so what's the problem? Like, this feels so good. And we're acknowledging the work that we've done, and we're acknowledged, and we're like grateful for the lessons that we've learned. And then the reverse Page of Cups, and I was like, oh, there's something about like not believing, or like maybe you think that what you experienced energetically or spiritually or psychically is like not meant for others to know about. Maybe you feel like it's like this experience that you need to hold secret, or maybe it's too weird or too woo-woo that you feel like you don't need to share it. It was like, and when we experience things on our own, especially psychically, we kind of question it. We're like, did that really happen? Did anybody see that? Can someone, like, we need somebody else to acknowledge that like it happened. So there's something with this group of not trusting your intuition. But you've still, I think you've had to release people. You've released, um we have reversed Five of Pentacles. So you've you've made improvement, like things that used to make you feel lack, or made you feel like an outsider, or made you feel uninvited or unworthy, or um not allowed. Where you've released those things, but there is still some sort of like distrust of it. Like, you don't fully trust it yet. And that's why I'm getting this sense of like needing to kind of stay in this energy for a while. Like, you don't really need to move forward too quickly. Like, allow yourself to like settle and integrate and like experience and learn, like practice. Like, there's no need to change it. Like, you've done a lot of change. Kind of hang out with this new change for a while and see how it goes, see how it feels. We do have a card, the Fool card, but I don't think that this is like physical movement. I think that this is more, but we also have the Travel card. I mean, maybe it could be travel, physical travel for some of you, but I feel like we also have the Medicine Wheel. I feel like this is more about like astral travel, spiritual travel, dream work. I think there's some sort of connection that you've made to the other side, to other realms, to your spirit guides, to deities, to something. So I think it's more of a like energetic travel, a spiritual travel, a dream travel, shamanic work, astral travel, something like that. And I've been reading the sacred medicine card for everybody. So we've got the medicine wheel and cycle. The medicine wheel teaches that every season we move through is of equal and great importance. Some seasons seem to last longer than others, and some seasons can tend to be more difficult than the rest. Right now, you are being asked to tend to the cycle you are moving through, even if it feels tedious or that it's taking longer than it should. Yeah, I feel like there's something about timing here. Like you're allowed to be where you are for a while right now. Like seasons can mean the literal time of year or refer to the time of your life more broadly. Which season are you moving through? Eagle in the east, spring, expanding, soaring, planting ideas, envisioning and dreaming. Deer in the south, summertime, time of nature, feeding your dreams, taking action, and nourishing your creations. Buffalo in the west is autumn, brings death and letting go, making room for what no longer serves you. And then bear in the north, winter welcomes stillness, hibernation, rest, integration. Whichever season the medicine wheel doesn't recommend leaping out of your current space too quickly at this time, for there is great wisdom for you to gather here. The best practice is to sink in, allow, and listen to the call of your inner seasons. All will be revealed soon enough, for the medicine wheel always turns again. The healing affirmation is, I move through this season with ease and acceptance. I trust that I am exactly where I need to be. Acceptance is a really good word for this entire reading. That like acceptance and refreshing energy is what I was like initially getting when I pulled the cards, and it just feels like a relief, like just accepting where you are right now, acknowledging where you are right now. Continue to release if you feel like you're still letting go of things, but it feels like just hanging out in a river and like allowing the water to just flow over you is what I was getting, especially with this first card here, how she has the water running through her hands. It just feels like just allowing these things to roll off of you and to I'm having trouble describing it. It just feels like effortless and ease and flow and refreshing, and I think that you deserve this energy. I think that you have been working really hard, and you are worthy of this flow and this ease and this relief. Um and again, thank you. Thank you. Like acknowledge the work that you've done. I would recommend setting intentions on how to like keep this sense of ease for a while. Allow yourself to maybe just have more time and space to just be. And it also feels like a practice time for you too. Like practice whatever the thing is, and you probably know better than I do, like what if it was a psychic gift, like practice more divination, or like doing it on a regular basis, or um Taurus season is also about like having all the creature comforts and the things that make us feel good, but also like the tools that we need. So like, do you need a new tarot deck, or do you want to create a meditation space in your home, or create a divination space in your home, or a healing space? Like having like the perfect tools, the perfect space from which to like do these things is very Venusian, and but also very very Taurus like. Um and I just feel like this sense of like being with these three versions of yourself, like the sense of being this one, like you're this one now, you're the most present one, you're the most authentic one right now, and acknowledging your transformation, the transformation that you have made. Um, so thank you so much for watching. If you would like a more in-depth or private reading, those are available on my website at priestessofwonderland.com. And again, thank you so much for hanging out and your support, and thank you more importantly for the work that you have done.